Batman, on a level, you could be the greatest individual in football.
We are back with another video, another probably stream that's going to end with us fighting. So it's going to be good. But Ty, Biz, how are you doing first?
Biz, go on, man.
Yo, what are we saying? AKA fucking one half of Keenan and Kel. AKA Top Red Biz. AKA Bizram Glazer. Inside the place, man. Inside the place, man. We're here, man. It's Tuesday. Statman, big up yourself.
Listen, Ty, how are you doing?
I'm blessed, man. I'm looking forward to this. Every stream, I don't know. Do you know what? I was with Haji, obviously, on yesterday, and I just feel like the international break's giving us a bit of wind down time, but we're going to go straight into it. From this weekend, like, this is it. It's no holds bars now. We're just going to be going free for all. So, yeah, big up Statman every single time on his way to 5K. Yeah, man, I can't even lie. I'm just going to say something quickly, people. He's called me out on FIFA, so I've ordered it. So next week, if you don't want to see a cooking, then just make sure you hold down the stream next week.
Listen, big up Chris from Cyprus as well. Let's get started straight away, yeah, because you're losing the FIFA first of all, but Rafa Varane's injury. What do you make of
actually, do you know what? I'm glad that this has happened, you know, and we can talk about it today, because as much as we've got a good squad, I'm so worried about this news. Like, if we were playing
excuses is getting bigger, yeah?
That's why he asked. Okay. Trafford Tunnel, Statman Bains. We know how it's going down today then. But I'll be honest, Bains, and Biz, I am so worried about this. I think, like, when you look at when we lost Maguire last year towards the end of the Europa League campaign, we saw the leadership weren't really there vocally. We've got Maguire out now, who I think has been a shocking player so far this season. I think he's in the top 2 worst players this season for Manchester United, definitely. Big up Hala Madrid. And now to have Varane, who's come in and shown that he's the best level centre-back at the club by a country mile. Bro, we're going to Leicester away. Harvey Barnes, Inacio, Perez, Vardy, with Lindelof and Bailly. Now, I don't mind Bailly, yeah. Let me put it out there. I like Eric Bailly. Yes, he's an injury problem, but he's one of our better centre-backs. I know that he always plays well against Leicester. But to have him and Lindelof potentially against Atalanta as well, like, we could be, this month could be horrible. Liverpool, do you know what? I'll be honest with you. Forget them 2 games. I'm worried about Liverpool. I'm straight away worried about Liverpool. No Varane against Liverpool. That is big. I do not want to see Lindelof and Maguire against Liverpool Football Club. I was so looking forward to playing a top 16 with Varane. Like, do you know what? I was ready for it. Busy's going to back a big goal. You're going to back Lindelof now, innit?
No way, bro. Never that, bro. But I want Maguire back for the Liverpool game, because we saw what happened in the last season with Bailly and Lindelof. It was a calamity, bruv. Like, last 10 minutes of the first half and the beginning of the first 15 minutes of the second half, they just ran us ragged, bruv. Could have been 4-5-1 down. And the thing is, between the pair of them, none of them are like leaders at the back. None of them are the ones who are going to start pulling people close to them and start making the vocals be heard and that. But we really need Maguire back for that Liverpool game.
Okay, but you so let's, because we got to go straight. Think about Maguire. Yeah, he's not even trained physically, right? So people, if you just don't know, Maguire's come back and trained with the club. He's not trained physically yet and been in contact sessions. Are you Biz rushing back Maguire even for the Leicester game? Or are you saying, do you know what, scrap it?
Nah, not for the Leicester.
Buy in Lindelof for Leicester and we move.
No, not for the Leicester game. I'm confident we can get a result against Leicester regardless. But the Liverpool game, I'm just hoping Maguire's back for that at least, man. Because we're going to need some leadership.
I've got a question.
Yeah.
Was that defensive record good with Rafa Varane?
No.
Bro, was he
exactly?
Bro, was he better? Was we better?
No. Listen, let me cook here. Let me cook.
Okay.
Our defensive record was still bad with Rafa Varane. No matter what defenders we have, we still struggle defensively. You know what that comes down to? Our defensive structure. We even saw Liverpool at times play Reece Williams, Fabinho, Henderson at centre back, and they still conceded less goals than us last year.
But my flip side is Varane, yeah, his passing already through the lines has been the best at centre back in Manchester United for a long time. Left foot, right foot, punching it through the lines, trying to generate attacks. So I'm even worried about it from an attacking sense, because we're not creating enough chances. We're not scoring enough goals. But when we're pressing high up the pitch and you've got someone like Varane who's actually able to pass through the lines and get us in penetrative positions, I think we're going to miss him offensively as well. We're going to have Lindelof now, who, okay, he is okay at passing.
Yeah,
the ball.
no. We worry about offensive duty when we get there, kind of thing. Let's talk about defensive.
Okay, he's got a plan.
We've kept one clean sheet with Rafa Varane so far in the league. Our defensive record is not good with Rafa Varane.
But it's the aura though of having him. We're better. Like, I feel like we're better. I feel more comfortable.
But you know what's better than personnel? Just having unbelievable plays, having a good defensive structure. That's better. And that comes down to coaching. Because let's be honest here. Let's look at, for example, Atletico with Kieran Trippier. Remember when Trippier was at Tottenham? Everyone slated him defensively. You don't hear the same criticisms now when he's at Atletico, do you?
No, you don't.
But same thing with Liverpool. They had so many injuries and they were still.
But Baines, you're doing to me. You're talking about if we had a better defensive structure. We haven't.
No, but
so we've got to just talk about the person.
You know why we don't? You know why we don't? Because of your manager and your coaching staff.
Oh, he's done it. He's managed to fit it in. He's managed.
It's true though. Listen, we're gonna get onto the coaching staff as well because they got slated today, which I absolutely loved because. You know, back them kind of thing, innit? But big up United Toes with the super chat. I'm not trying to hear excuses, fam. Liverpool had no senior centre backs for the whole season and finished 5 points behind us. All he needs to show his class. If I speak, I'm in trouble. And Baines is probably going to find excuses.
They still finished behind us, though, didn't they?
Yeah, but they're still defensively. If we're talking now,
behind us. This is the Liverpool team that was the champions of England last year, weren't they?
And also had 50,000 injuries.
Yeah. But they still finished behind us. So
we celebrate as a trophy now.
No. But I'm just stating.
I'm just saying. It sounds like you're celebrating as a trophy.
Bro, that they finished behind us, bro. So is what it is. Just like when people say, you know, when we finished second, yeah, but Liverpool had injuries and.
So what are we saying? We're bringing this back, bringing this forward back now because he finished above Liverpool last year.
Yeah, why not?
What are we saying? Sir Alex Solskjaer or something? Come on, man.
Bro, Sir Alex got nothing to do with this conversation, bro.
Yeah, this is Varane's injury. And you said to me, what do I think of it? I'm worried. I admit it. I don't care about the Leicester game so much. I think that Bayern Lindelof can do something against them. If we score goals, we can win that game. I don't think they've been great. Atalanta, let's be honest, we should, on paper, beat them at home. If Maguire's back, which I think he would be cool. But I'm already looking ahead and I'm already scared about Liverpool. I'm telling you now, Varane not there for Liverpool. And I know people say that, like Baines is saying, we haven't kept clean sheets and so forth. For me, that game last year, was it Bayern Lindelof against Liverpool last year when Henderson had the shocker? Oh my God, we got tore apart for that first half. And I'm sure Maguire wasn't there.
Which one was
that? Was that the FA Cup game?
No, we never got tore apart with Maguire, bruv.
Wait, no. What was the game when, was it, that's what I'm saying, was it Bayern Lindelof when Henderson left the goal open?
Yeah, that was Bayern Lindelof.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And we need Maguire definitely back for that. But he's going to partner Maguire and Lindelof. But for me, even with that, I needed Varane. I wanted Varane for these big games. I don't care about playing.
Yeah, but Maguire and Lindelof obviously went to Anfield. I know Liverpool was down on their knees at the time. Went to Anfield, we drew 0-0. And then we had them in the cup a week later and we beat them 3-2.
Yeah, I don't know. It just still, but I still go into them games feeling, even despite, their good performances and beating them in the FA Cup, I still have this feeling in me that I'm worried. There's people in the comments, like even Danny Knight saying, like, this is a blow. The Liverpool one, I'm shook. Even though with what you're saying is not wrong, by the way. You're speaking facts. Lindelof and Maguire have a good partnership together, but we sign Varane for, these big games to show these moments. But I don't know, man. I'll be honest with you.
But listen, Bailly and Victor Lindelof are still internationals for the sides, isn't it? Bailly is still a very, very good defender.
Remember, Bailly got man of the match against Liverpool.
Exactly. So there you go. There's no excuses there. There's no excuses.
100%.
You just said that.
There's no excuses.
You just said that. Biz, same thing, yeah?
No excuses.
No excuses.
Okay,
Eric,
watch
Eric
when we lose to Liverpool, yeah?
I'm telling you now, Eric.
Watch when we lose. Watch when we lose.
No. If we lose, I know you're going to be...
Man, keep putting this negative energy out into the world, bruv, yeah? Big up CFCJ, yeah? Because see him, brother, yeah? I'm running off his energy right now, yeah? Man bought tickets, yeah? Before, when Lampard was in charge, yeah? That he believed Chelsea were going to get to the final. I'm going off his energy now, yeah? Do
you want to answer this?
Bun this, yeah? See that Liverpool game? I'm not even worried, bruv. Every time we come up against Liverpool and everybody's panicking, bruv, we put a performance in. So just wait and see, innit?
You back.
It's like we were meant to put in a performance against Everton, for example.
Busy's back. I think Busy's back enough to win the next 3. You know.
Yeah. But we already talked
Told
about
ya.
this, was it, a couple of weeks ago, didn't we?
Told you, Baines.
Oh.
Baines, didn't you write down the predictions that we had?
Nah, I said I'll screen record it after, innit? After
Alright,
the
cool.
fixtures, after the Arsenal game, I think it was.
That's cool.
So you're still confident without Rafa Varane and
Yeah.
this manager?
Yeah.
Actually, Baines, what about you? As much
What?
as you host, what's your thoughts on this all?
What,
Like,
the Rafa Varane one?
The Varane injury, the confidence
said it.
about him not being there?
I said it with the Rafa Varane injury, yeah. Yes, it's a blow, but at the same time, I don't necessarily think the personnel at the back is a problem for us. I think defensive structure is more important. So no matter, even even if we had Rafa Varane, I'm still not confident going into this run. I still think we would have conceded goals with Rafa Varane. That's my thoughts.
So, to be honest, the Varane injury doesn't really bother you one bit. It sounds like for you, it's just a system thing rather than
Injuries are a part of football.
You're not bothered that Varane's not going to be there for a Liverpool game, like, and you're having Lindelof there. Personally,
No.
you're not really that bothered.
I'll be honest, injuries are a part of football anyway, innit? So you kind of just have to deal with it. In my eyes, I think last year we were extremely lucky with injuries. We barely had any injuries other than maybe Paul Pogba at one point. Martial, let's be honest, wasn't playing great, so that injury didn't really bother us. But other than that, we were extremely lucky last year compared to every other side.
If
Do you know what? No, sorry, one. I hear that, bruv. But when Jose was in charge, amount of injuries, setbacks we had, LVGs, injury setbacks, bruv. None of these teams had injury setbacks, bruv. It's the way football is, isn't it? Like, it was
the way football is, so we can't really.
It's the way Liverpool were unlucky to have injuries, in it. But it is what it is, isn't it? Like
even like the Liverpool one, they're extremely unlucky. But if you're looking at it from a Liverpool point of view, the last 2 seasons before that, they barely had any injuries. They literally had Salah, Mane, Firmino fit for every single season, every single game of every single, like, those last 2 seasons.
But if you look at the squad, we've got 25 man. Let's be honest, Lindelof and Bailly as a 3rd and 4th choice are pretty decent. You've got Man City, you've got Nathan Ake, who you could say is a bit, I would probably rather Lindelof and Bailly over him. And that's at Man City, a team that's challenging for the title. You look at Chelsea, they play with a back 3 with Christensen, Thiago Silva, Azpilicueta, or, who's one I'm missing out? Maybe Thiago Silva. I don't know if I said him or not. But at the end of the day, I think there are 3 or 4 competent defenders at our club. I think out of every position we've got at Manchester United, we've got a lot of wingers, we could say, or players that play in attacking positions. But I think when it comes to depth...
Sorry, but John 72 says, I hope Vardy spins Lindelof and Sue. Is he a United fan? Come on, bruv. Like,
no,
really?
But I think he's joking it because I can't. Like, that would be kind of funny.
No, why would you funny?
Why would he be funny for, bruv?
No, Vardy doing the celebration, innit? Because let's be honest, Vardy is an idiot.
No, it wasn't. I would want Vardy to go over.
If he does it at
4-1,
I don't care. If he does it at 4-1 and we're winning 4-1, cool. I don't want Vardy doing no shit. I don't want him scoring against us.
No. I still think we'll beat Leicester, yeah, but him doing the celebration and maybe losing, that would be kind of funny.
Losing? Okay.
Oh, yeah, losing.
Losing.
Cool.
Yeah,
then cool.
Yeah, like the same way Townsend done it, yeah. Imagine if Everton lost, then he looks like an idiot.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I want that to happen.
I thought you were thinking that you were going like you wanted Leicester to papas because Lindelof will get skinned.
I don't think Leicester are unbelievable.
Yeah, but I think, do you know what the bottom line is? When you look at our competent centre-backs, we've got 4 strong centre-backs. I think in terms of position-wise, we're lacking midfield and dominance, but when it comes to centre-backs, you can't complain. Like, Ollie, for me, I like Eric Bailly. I'm one that says I want Eric Bailly and Varane to play together. As much as people think it'll be a calamity, I would love just to see it, to see how it complements higher line, higher press. We can win the ball back in higher areas, and then we can be higher up the pitch. I think it all suits. However, the bottom line is we ain't going to see that. But Eric Bailly, I want him in the starting 11. So if you're going to get a chance now you've got to take it and step up. We know he's not going to start for Manchester United when Maguire and Varane are back, but you've got to be ready. And this is the thing about Manchester United. You don't wait for your opportunity.
Fine, let's look at it this way. You expect someone like Eric Bailly to be ready, even though has he really got the match fitness, match sharpness this season?
Has he not played for Ivory Coast, though?
No, I'm not just talking about like just Eric Bailly in general. I'm just talking Ollie's history kind of thing when he brings in the second string players.
I think when they come in, they don't really perform, to be honest. I think you can tell they're cold.
But maybe they don't perform because they haven't really got the match sharpness leading up to it, for example.
100%.
Say, for example, like Eric Bailly, when was the last time we saw him play for Manchester United? It would be in the Carabao Cup.
But that's obviously, at the end of the day, I'm not going to lie, Maguire and Varane I've got to be realistic here. As much as I would say, oh, okay, Bailly's not going to be match sharpness. Where would I expect, other than the Carabao Cup, where am I expecting Bailly to play? When you've got Varane and Maguire, we know they're going to play. So it's kind of like you expect it. As much as you're chatting the truth, because we know that.
Fine. Forget
the Carabao Cup,
maybe everybody's a bit of a sticky one here, but for example, Diego Dalot, there's certain games they expect Diego Dalot to play. Yeah. Especially leading up to the Wan-Bissaka suspension that he had. You expected him to start the Premier League game before that just so he can get a bit of match rhythm.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I think that's the problem for Bailly, is that we haven't unintentionally played him. We stayed in the Carabao Cup. He'll be playing in the Carabao Cup. Once we get to the FA Cup, he'll probably be playing in that. But now, like Biz said, these things happen. Before the international break, a week before, we had Maguire and Varane fit. We thought everything was fine. Now our top 2 centre-backs are injured, and now they've got to come straight in. And at Manchester United, as a professional footballer, you've got to be ready for it. And I'm not trying to say that, I expect Bailly to drop a 10 out of 10, because we don't. We've got to be realistic here. There's going to be moments where they have, they have mistakes in them. But,
just like even Rafa Varane has mistakes in it.
Yeah, exactly. And if they're not going to step up now and play well now, we know that they're not going to see the pitch for a while. So they need to come in hungry, seize the opportunity. And I kind of don't think it's like a blessing, but I'll be honest with you. Have I been happy with the way Maguire's played this season? No. So I kind of don't want him in the side anyway. I'd rather have Bailly Lindelof. I'll be honest, Lindelof has been better than him this season. You might disagree, but I think when Lindelof has played, he's been more comfortable than Maguire this year.
And you know what, as well, leading up to that Liverpool game, more than anything, Bailly and Lindelof will know that they both had a stinker against them. So they will want to literally show Ole that, listen, we want to be first team choice.
Yeah.
No, but fine, you say that, But for example, we saw Eric Bailly last year, Eric Bailly was unbelievable and got us to the top of the table.
Yeah.
Then that Carabao Cup game against Man City, Victor Lindelof's half fit or even fully fit, I don't even know. He gets straight back in, and we lose that game. Yeah. So even when Eric Bailly has a good run, he wasn't rewarded, and you can say that about a lot of players at times.
100%.
And that goes down to Oli.
And for me, even look at it. Even look at it 2 years ago. The best centre back performance for Manchester United 2 years ago was Eric Bailly against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge when Kovacic had that shot. Bailly comes across. One of the best blocks I've seen that season. He was a monster then. Lindelof comes straight back in. Like Baines just said there, Bailly helps go to the top of the table. Pogba's there with him. It was Pogba and Bailly that kind of led us there. You see Bailly make that block against Aston Villa, Keenan Davis in the 93rd minute. If that's not showing you desire, hunger, the will to win, Lindelof ain't doing that. I'm sorry, he's not putting his body on the line like that.
Maguire, no, but Lindelof's a different sort of defender.
Yeah, I agree with you, Baines. I agree with you, but the principle still remains. If people are dropping performances like that, you stay in the team. You stay in the side. Bailly, you can see what he does for the spirit. People say he's one of the best in the dressing room. I don't want him being there for musical statues and playing the DJ role. I want him to be on the pitch. And if he can give himself a 10 out of 10 or even 8 out of 10 or give us a performance on the weekend.
I asked DJs play a big part, you know.
What?
Us DJs play a big part, you know.
Yeah, hey, DJs play a big part, but I also want the DJs on the pitch. You get me, DJ Arviz? I agree with Baines. I don't think Baines is wrong for that at all. Oli doesn't really reward people. And we're not going to get into it because it's a whole nother debate. But Martial come in on the left wing and scored against Everton. So for me,
even now, I'm probably one of Martial's biggest critics. I think he deserves to start.
I think Martial deserves to start. So if he doesn't, I'm going to be like, well, what's going on here? Rashford might come back in because you know what Ollie's like. Rushes people back. Sancho might start because he's 70 million. But for me, he needs to reward people. And yeah, you're bang on right. Bailly's never been rewarded. And we gave him a contract in the summer for 3 years. Why? Because we know we're going to sell him for a fee in the summer. The guy is not going to stay. He wants to play in the World Cup. He wants game time. He's 26 years old. We can't wait. And I think there's a very good centre-back there. Like I said, Varane and Bailly are my top 2 centre-backs at Manchester United. Bun Maguire this year. Bun that captaincy. I don't even want to see him back in the side, to be honest.
This Super Chat's mad by United Toes. Champions League Varane has as many Champions League trophies as Maguire has relegations. 4 each. Imagine having to call a sideman captain. We're done out here. That's actually mad when you think about it.
Bro, it's a joke. It's a joke. And even do you know what? Even the impact, I want to ask you lot this. If you think I might be overthinking it. The impact of Varane on the pitch, off the pitch, even though he's a calmer guy, you know he brings that winning mentality. But one thing I've seen him do as well, and people might say, oh, I'm jumping on it or I'm being a bit wild. Wan-Bissaka, his positioning has been a little bit better.
Yeah, like the back post thing. Yeah, I've said that.
I do think the back post thing has been better this season. I do think positionally, out of possession, he is getting better. The offside thing where Hadj was talking about yesterday, he's not been playing too many people onside as often. And I feel like he's learning and growing, playing alongside Varane. And it's weird. You get some players like Greenwood. By the way, I'm not saying he's a bad player, who started the season very well. Hit a bit of a, maybe because he's not used to playing so many games. But for me, Wan-Bissaka is the type of player that actually is getting a bit better, even though the red card happened.
He has been getting better this season, especially the last two Premier games. It's been one of the better players.
And for me, Bains, and that's why I love Varane, and I'm going to miss him because I think he's helping Wan-Bissaka. He's good at passing through the lines. He is competent on the ball. He's quick. It's a big blow. It's a big blow.
It's a big blow, yeah, but at the same time, I've said it's part and parcel of football, innit? You expect injuries during the season. We got a couple injuries right now. We just have to deal with it. It's not like our replacements are like Reece Williams or something. It's still two very, very good centre-backs that were probably our starting centre-backs a couple years ago.
But do you know what bothers me the most? It's not that I understand why Maguire and Varane play. What bothers me the most, right, is the problem that Ollie actually favours Lindelof over Bailly. And I think that's something over the years I've never been really able to get over. Yes,
I think that's probably more down to his injury record, isn't it? I think Ollie's kind of talked about the Rio Vidic thing about building a centre-back partnership, which is why I think he favours Victor Lindelof, even though I don't agree with it. This comment, though, would you go to back three now considering the injuries? For me, the answer is yes. Straight away.
So who you going to play?
Victor Lindelof, Eric Bailly, Luke Shaw, Telles Dalot.
And no Wan-Bissaka then.
In a back three, no.
And this is for the weekend.
Yeah, because we kind of do have to try it going forward now and get used to it before the Liverpool game.
And Atlanta game as well, because obviously Wan-Bissaka's
they play a back three, don't they?
To be fair, I wouldn't mind seeing it, I watched that Portugal game the other night and Dalot. He's such a funny one. Yeah, he's a funny one, man. He had a really good game, to be fair. I can't even deny. Going forward, he was sensational, man. Bro, he was looking all right. Well, played off the left, played off the right as well.
Okay. So maybe again that might be a system thing a little bit. Fernando Santos knows him. He's been in and around the Portuguese squad a bit more. I don't know. Back three. I see the idea, but already for me, I'm now screaming, well, who plays in the middle and who plays up top?
Wait, this straight away, let me reply to this comment. Dalot will get cooked by Harvey Barnes. There's a reason he's playing in the back three. So now he has a bit more defensive cover.
I love the pause.
But it's true, though. I'm not going to play him in a back four against Sadio Mane or something, am I? I'm playing him as a wing back when he has a bit more defensive cover.
And also, with us pinching the ball back, Harvey Barnes, he might leave them a bit exposed. And at the moment, I think they're playing Luke Thomas or Castagna at left back. I don't think Leicester have been that great, personally. I think the international break for me come at the wrong time for us and the right time for Leicester because they gave a 2-0 lead away at Crystal Palace. I looked at their team and I just don't... They had Chowdhury starting in midfield. Maybe Ndidi is back. I don't know why he missed that game. It may be a suspension. I don't know. But I don't think it's the Leicester that we've faced in the last couple of years. I still think they're lacking their rhythm. They're playing Vestergaard centre-back. I still think there's pacing behind.
Same with Soonchu.
Yeah, there's something in them that I feel like we can get at them. I saw a stat this morning, you man. Leicester have given away the most shots inside the box this season, 18. Now, what is Ronaldo in there to do? Stay in that box, score goals. Now, on paper, it looks like a match made in heaven. Whether we get the chances, I don't know. But I feel like against Vestergaard and Soyuncu and maybe Castagna, Luke Thomas, whoever it is going to be playing at the back, I think we're going to create chances. And I think this is a game where I actually am going to Leicester, and no discredit to Leicester, but I'm going there more confident than I ever have in the last few years. I don't know what you man think.
Yeah, I can't lie. For the Leicester game, you should be confident. Just the way they've been playing. I think even at one point this season, they were kind of in the bottom three for the amount of shots taken. Going forward, they haven't been great either.
Our record there is pretty decent, to be fair.
But at the same time, this is still Manchester United. We should have been. We were confident going into Young Boys. We still lost.
Yeah. I kind of swipe. I know it might sound bleak, but I want to just swipe that Young Boys game under the rug and just say, well, we move on from there. Obviously, it was a 10-men. We were a bit unfortunate. It happened. Lingard gave away, a goal, but I think we need to forget that's happened. It's international break. We now look forward. We now look into this Leicester game. For me, I'll be quite disappointed if we go there and get a draw because I think Chelsea are going to beat Brentford. We've got Liverpool playing Watford in the early kickoff. The pressure is now on us, and this is why we're saying this. By the end of when we get to the next international break, we're going to know what's going to happen. We will know the position of Man United because there's no excuses. There's no hiding place now, which Bains is going to love. Big up, Mac. Love it. Oh, said bantering. Set myself
Innit?
up. But
So.
do you know what? Like Baines loves, there's no hiding place for Ollie. There's no hiding place for these players. If you've got a 25-man squad, you've got to deliver. And I'm not trying to say that I'm putting. I want Ollie. You know me. I want Ollie to do well. But this is it. We need results now. We can't afford to go into a Christmas break or even head into December more than 7 points off the lead. And Biz will agree. We've got a good team there, man. We have got a good team. Ronaldo and Varane and Sancho, you don't come to the club and decrease. You should be getting better. And yes, Chelsea signed Lukaku. That's the only player they signed. Liverpool didn't really invest. They've just got a couple man back. Man City didn't get their killer 9. So as much as we've got a deficiency, I don't see why we should be more than 7 points off when we get through the sticky run. If we want to win the league, the bottom line is, people, you've got to beat these teams in front of you. Simple.
And you know what? When people talk about this running, we're acting like, for example, Chelsea haven't played like 4 big 6 sides already.
Exactly.
Guess what? I swear they're top. Are Chelsea not top?
Yep.
There you go. You have to beat these teams.
Sure, Man City have played. Chelsea,
they played Tottenham.
Liverpool.
They played Arsenal, I think.
Yeah.
They played Chelsea.
Yeah. So they played
Liverpool.
Yeah.
6 or 7. But they played Leicester as well, didn't they? They beat Leicester 1-0.
Played Leicester 1-1-0. Bernardo Silva. There we go. So this is the thing. If you want to win titles, you win these games. Like, do you get what I mean? Like Ferguson was the king of it. What did Ferguson always say? Win all your home games.
Yeah.
Even if you get a couple draws away at the big 6 sides, but you don't lose. Leicester 1 win in 7 games. It's so typical that I don't even want to say it. Biz has been so positive today, yeah, and I big him up because I love his energy, how he comes. But it'll be typical of us to go there and lose, bruv, because of this shit.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah. That's United for you, know. The only thing consistent is that we're inconsistent kind of thing. You never know what United are going to turn up.
So what we're saying, to go to a back 5 and do what France do, yeah?
I'll go to a back 5.
What are we doing? What, 5-2-3?
Who you playing in the midfield and attack then, Biz?
This is what I mean. 5-2-3. So what? It'd have to be Pogba and Matic because Fred's not going to be available.
And
then
Bruno playing where? Yeah, exactly.
This is going to sound mad, but Martial, Ronaldo up top. That's what I would do.
Martial, Ronaldo, and then what? Bruno basically 10 behind the 2.
Yeah.
Baines?
I wouldn't mind seeing it.
Bainesy, bro. 27 minutes in.
No, listen. I'm not
coming home.
I'm not on the Martial propaganda yet, but it's kind of like I know what Martial is good at, kind of thing, isn't it? And in the front two with Cristiano Ronaldo, I've said this myself. I kind of do want to see it.
Bainesy's back. He trusts you. He trusts you.
Stop this, man. Or like I know, like people saying drop Bruno and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. What's your thoughts? This I was going to ask you this. If you went to a 5 at the back,
I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it as well, to tell you the truth.
Sancho, Ronaldo, Martial, for example.
I would in a back 5. Do you know what? No, that's cooking, and I'll tell you why that's cooking. Sancho on the right, Martial on the left, Ronaldo down the middle. Now, if you play a back 5 with, say, Van der Beek, Matic, or Pogba, Matic in the middle, I don't mind that because Pogba and Matic get overrun a lot. However, when they get overrun, it's when we've got a back 4. With protection, that allows Pogba to then influence the game more. Matic can sit and dictate. But what's one thing that Martial and Sancho both love doing? Combination play, playing inside, inverted. Now, if you've got Sancho coming inside, you've got Dalot then overlapping, giving him more space because he's distracting the left back. You've got Martial coming inside, and you've got Alex Tellez overlapping. For me, that would be perfect for the players system-wise. Because if you look at what Baines has always said, Hadji's always said as well, what are the players that struggle to play well at Man United? It is the Martial, Sancho so far. It is the, Van der Beeks. You're looking at players that, have good intellect, but they're not impact burstful players, cut and shoot and so forth. But if you get that back 5 and get them overlapping and you got Martial and Sancho inside in the pockets, bro, Baines is onto something. If I saw that starting lineup on Saturday, I would be thinking this is the way to go forward because they will create chances. And look at this Leicester back 4, like we said, Soyuncu, Vestergaard, they're not quite at it. And they don't want people in pockets. They don't want people turning around them. I think Baines, that is it. That is the way, bro.
Big up Saeed as well for the read. I hope you're getting better FIFA. You lot are
Do you know what,
dreaming, no, we're
though,
playing the back five.
with that formation though, I do think there's a way we can get Bruno in it. He can kind of do the role that Griezmann does.
Nah, I think
do you
Griezmann
reckon?
technically is a lot more capable kind of thing than Bruno Fernandes, for example. You even like, when the Benzema goal, did you see that Benzema goal the other day?
Yeah.
That initial takedown was by, I think, Griezmann, who laid it off to Paul Pogba. And that's how the goal started. The move started.
Yeah.
I don't think Bruno Fernandes has the capabilities of doing that kind of thing.
I agree. And I think if you go to a back five against Leicester and you play a 5-2-3, let's be honest, Bruno, they've tried him out wide for Portugal. I think he lacks the impact that he wants to have. And I think if you do then play a 5-2-3 or 5, with him in the number 10 role,
1-2.
I think that's too narrow. I think obviously you get the width from Alex Telles and you get the width from Dalot, but everything's just getting pumped down the middle. And then it doesn't allow actually... Oh, I love that. Big up, Ragib. It doesn't really allow Telles and Dalot to get into the game. How Dalot and Telles are going to get into the game, like Bains said, is having Martial and Sancho occupying them half spaces in between the left back and centre back, because then they don't know whether to stick or twist. If you just have Bruno there and then two up front, all they've got to do is just close the spaces. And they don't really mind if Telles and Dalot are crossing. It's just Ronaldo against Vestergaard and Soyuncu. We know that Sancho, Martial are not really going to out jump them in the air. Martial has scored a great header against Chelsea away a couple seasons ago. I respect him. I love him. But that's not what his game is. But that back five there with Sancho and Martial inverted, that's cooking. That's better. That's better than having Rashford and Greenwood in them pockets. Sancho and Martial suit that more than Rashford and Greenwood would. 100%. That's what I think.
Then, imagine having Sancho and Greenwood with Cristiano Ronaldo.
Big up Lee as well.
Sorry.
Big up Lee.
No, that's a fake Lee.
Oh.
You should have seen the comment. No, but imagine having someone like Greenwood and Rashford Ronaldo. I thought that's never going to work. All shooters, no greats kind of thing, innit? That's why I always say with Oli, he has to find the right balance and he never finds it kind of thing. At times, he's kind of forced to play the big names. We saw it in the Europa League final, for example. Paul Pogba should have never got dropped into the midfield.
Yeah.
That was the biggest mistake he's ever done. Because our front four that day was Rashford, Greenwood, Bruno, Cavani. Everyone wants to score goals.
There you go.
And then you have no one off the bench to really...
No combination. And you know what? It's so funny, but me and Bains even said it, and even you, Biz, that was actually the type of game, despite Martial's form, we needed someone just to come on and do something different, because all of them are quite similar. And that's where I think it could come into play on the weekend. But let's be honest, as much as we're talking about a back five, it sounds appetizing. People in the comments like it. If we do play a back... If we do, yeah, exactly. And you know, it actually comes onto my question. I'm going to be honest. I just said I didn't really want to ask it. But if we do go to a back four, which we probably will, 4-2-3-1, who starts on the left wing for you and why? Sancho, Rashford, or Martial?
What, right now?
Yeah, on Saturday.
What, if we go back to 4-2-3-1?
We play a 4-2-3-1, which we expect. We're talking about a back five because we want that. We don't know if that's going to happen. So we just play the traditional 4-2-3-1. Martial's come in and scored. Sancho's played well for England and had a good cameo when he come in against Everton. And Rashford's back, and we know what Oli does with injuries. Loves just rushing man in. So who do you, man, go with on the left?
I can't lie. I'll go with Martial and then Sancho on the right.
I'll go Martial as well.
Because I think Martial is a confidence player, isn't it? He's just got a bit of something about him. Let's be honest there. As much as I criticize Martial, when Martial's firing, he's unbelievable. There's no doubt about it. Now he's kind of got that bit of confidence that you can kind of build on when you see.
Yeah. Bains, what are you going with? You agreeing with Bains?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Martial out on the left. I feel like as well with him and Sancho, they can do the interlink.
So you have Sancho on the right as well. Greenwood gone.
I don't necessarily think it's Greenwood gone. It's kind of like to get the best out of Ronaldo, you need creators around.
Yeah,
which is why it makes more sense starting Jadon Sancho than Mason Greenwood, for example.
I'm totally with you guys. You guys have made me happy today. We've actually all agreed on something.
Yeah, I know. This is mad. I don't like this.
It's mad, but it's perfect. And I think what you man said, it's a confidence thing for Martial. If he then scores and then he's not playing, when's he going to get a chance? Because for me, the worrying thing for Martial, as much as we want him to do well, we want every player to do well at Manchester.
Wait a minute, is Luke Shaw out?
Luke Shaw might play tonight for England, which I'm gutted about. But I think, Martial and Sancho on the opposite wings, that is a perfect, they complement each other well. They will get chances.
And he just won a trophy.
And he's just won a trophy. Now, for me, if Martial can't start on the weekend after scoring a goal, my question for me in my head is, when will he play? Because if you've got Rashford who's just come back from injury and played one behind closed doors game, You've got Sancho, who, let's be honest, we know is going to be a phenomenal player, but he's not quite setting the team alight. Martial deserves it. So Martial said, I'll be thinking, well, if I can't start after scoring, when will I ever start? Because Rashford's going to come back into the side, guys. We know he's going to get more match fitness. So it's the perfect chance and opportunity for Martial to gain some minutes, but also carry on that good form. Because if he goes and scores again against Leicester on the weekend, he stays in the side.
It's the same thing what I said about Eric Bailly
biasness.
kind of thing, isn't it? Even though I don't rate Martial highly, Eric Bailly deserved to start when he had a good run of form. Same way,
100.
now Martial had a good game played.
Where did Sancho play for the other night for England?
On the left, I think.
Again.
Fuck's sake, man.
Yeah, and that was kind of
you know what? And that's
the
the problem. The fact that he had quite a good game, it's not a bad thing for us because it's good for his form, but it puts Ollie in that dilemma because you know what he's surrounded by. He's not surrounded by the Martial and Pogba Nations League. He's surrounded by Sancho's had a good game, so he's like, oh, should I have to play him? So this is the issue for me. We signed Sancho to play on the right wing. Now we've got Martial and Rashford out there. Put Sancho back on the right, and him and Greenwood can compete for that. Like we said, 2 players in each position.
I think Rashford is back, by the way. I think he'll be on. I think he'll be on the bench against Leicester.
Yeah, I saw pictures today. He's in contact training and everything. But like, as much as Rashford is back, if Martial starts and scores again on the weekend, he should keep his spot. I don't care that Rashford's back. This is where Ollie's gone wrong so many times. Forget favoritism this year. Double F. Forget favoritism. He's either going to shoot Ollie in his job because he's going to play players that are not playing in form, or he's going to make players unhappy who are in form. You can't win. You just play players that are playing well. Forget this favoritism. I think that's
let's be honest,
really
Martial wasn't exactly smashing it, was he?
No, he hasn't been.
He wasn't.
If he goes and scores against Leicester, he's 2-2. He stays in the side. We can't even score goals, bro. We've scored. I think we haven't been 2-0 up in the game since God knows when. I saw a stat.
Yeah. City.
Bro, it's Manchester United. Look at the names on our sheet.
I agree. Big up Switz Daniel with the super chat. Let's get international draft passed only. Yeah, I think I'll write that down. Write that idea. That's a good idea. I can't lie. I've had enough of us being nice to each other. Let's talk about Ollie and his coaching staff and how the players are unhappy with the coaching. Go on.
Yes.
Back your boy. Back your boys, Kieran McKenna and Michael Carrick.
I'm not backing McKenna.
Isn't it?
Bro, I can't believe... Bains, we want Ollie to do well. It doesn't mean that I like Kieran McKenna. No.
But does Ollie not hire Kieran McKenna?
Kieran McKenna is a PE teacher.
McKenna was hired. This is the same thing we had last time. McKenna was already hired when Jose was there.
Listen, if Ollie was brave enough, he would have said no. You think Thomas Tuchel's coming in?
How do we not know that though?
Come on, man. The report was several senior United players have said they feel training could be led by coaches with greater elite experience.
Yep.
Kieran McKenna's approach at times can be schoolmasterly.
100%.
That's embarrassing,
Kieran McKenna is that guy that runs a Sunday league team under 11s and puts his son captain. That is Kieran McKenna. And the thing is,
Kieran McKenna, like I criticized Michael Carrick a lot, innit? But Kieran McKenna was the guy that kind of gave a bit of a leeway to, innit? Because he was a coach before in the academy. He still has more coaching experience than Michael Carrick, which is mad now. Because I thought potentially there might be something in Kieran McKenna. Clearly, there's nothing.
I'm not a big fan of McKenna, if I'm totally honest. I never really have been, even when we were at the under 23s. I just think, there's been at Manchester United and being in the youth setup, and there's been in the Manchester United first team. They're different levels. They're different expectations, different requirements. You're coaching players that, have been around the world, won trophies. I'm sorry, but when I saw Ronaldo coming on and I saw Kieran McKenna, reading out the instructions, I thought, this guy don't care about you, Kieran.
This is a good question.
Working under a different regime, innit?
Saying where Ollie's working on, Ollie is a different regime to
what? Edwards and Glazers and these man are nowhere near Abramovich and co.
Yeah, but you can still change. Like, let's be honest.
I know you can still change.
The Glazers did not keep Kieran McKenna. I think Ollie kind of said, "Yeah, you can stay," kind of thing.
Ollie kept him because he came back into the club and he wanted to kind of What's Ollie's first when he came in? I want to make Manchester United again. I want to make
He
it
doesn't
feel
want to bring a
homely.
toxic vibe
So
like how
he just wanted to
Jose did.
he wanted to keep people within the club that have been there, know the tradition. So he kept Kieran McKenna, brought
Wait, this comment.
Carrick in, and
Let me
feeling it.
reply to this quickly. Jody Morris is Frank Sky. I do kind of agree with that, but Jody Morris is still kind of Mr. Chelsea kind of thing. Look at what this guy's done in the FA, whatever, the academy and stuff.
Yeah,
He's
smash
done
it.
an unbelievable job. You can't take that away from Jody Morris. I've even said I think this guy should be England's under 21 or under 23 manager or something.
Yeah. I agree with that.
I think that could be a decent shout, Jody Morris. Yeah, go on.
That's a good shout.
I just think like what Ollie said he was always going to do is come in and try and make Manchester United that sort of club again, where he keeps it sort of in-house, he gets people happy again, and so forth. And I'm not trying to say that means he shouldn't get another coach or shouldn't have brought a European or top coach with him. He just tried switching it around because he saw that Mourinho brought in his staff and changed a few things. He saw Van Gaal get rid of the, I think it was the setup and then change it completely. And I think, he's just tried to get it a bit more Manchester United feeling. But for me, it was the idea was there, but the personnel wasn't. I don't think he needed to bring Phelan back. If it was Phelan, I would have brought Rennie Millerstein back. I don't think he needed to promote Kieran McKenna because I think the pressures are so much different from the youth setup. Keep Kieran McKenna where he was good. And I think Mourinho brought him up, but I think he should have said, you know what, I'll step back down and do what I'm good at. And I think Ollie with Carrick, I'm going to agree with Ollie here. I actually like the Michael Carrick appointment because I know that Michael Carrick has not got his coaching badges, but as a visioner, I love the way he saw the game. So I thought, yes, he could add that into his coaching and add that into his personal development of him, enhancing himself at Manchester United. I also know that he won stuff at Manchester United, all the major trophies. He played through us through a stint that was good. He also was there at the end of the career when we started having a dip. So for me, as a collective, Michael Carrick has seen and done it all. So as a person there to put his arm and be that link, what people are saying in, United District, whoever reported it, Telegraph, he's that link between player and sort of, making sure. I think
but isn't it mad that Mike Phelan just apparently doesn't do training or coaching? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer clearly doesn't do it. Michael Carrick doesn't do it. So we're relying on Kieran McKenna only?
I get it. I agree. But out of all of them, if I had to keep one, I'd keep Michael Carrick. I don't care about Phelan and McKenna. I actually feel that Michael Carrick gives us something. I know he's not a coach, but I feel like with the man management and you need these type of players.
Why is he giving out midfield?
I'll hold my hands up. I don't know why he hasn't seen that he needs a Michael Carrick Jr. I don't know. Biz might be able to answer. I don't know why. I don't know why they have Carrick in the future. I am so shocked. I am so shocked.
I would maybe Oli doesn't tell you the truth.
Say again?
I would demote Carrick and McKenna back to the youth.
Okay.
I think probably Michael Carrick should go somewhere else and learn his trade kind of thing, innit? I think that would probably be the best opportunity.
Just learn with the under 23s, man. Just all the under 18s. That kind of makes sense.
Like, I don't mind Kieran McKenna going back because he's kind of done stuff. He's worked with Angel Gomez and stuff before. They were actually kind of balling out at that time.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't mind that. But big up United Sweden. Maybe Ollie don't sack because you don't know anybody who's a good coach. And even
is that Matthias at the bottom? Matisse.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
see, that's the problem, isn't it? You can never know.
Yeah, you never know. If that's you, Matisse, that's funny, man.
And even Sir Alex took
man needs to do more of these shows.
What did he say?
He said, man needs to do more of these shows, keep Ollie at the wheel.
Hey, Matisse, if that's you, DM me on Insta. I can mod you straight away.
Yeah. It's so hard telling, man. That's the thing when we do these streams.
Like, it's actually one of the most annoying things.
Yeah. Baines, out of all of them, who would you keep or are you getting rid of all? I know, right, forget Ollie for a moment. Let's just forget, please, for one half an hour, let's forget Ollie in or Ollie out. Out of his staff, is there any that you keep?
No. Before today, I would have said maybe Kieran McKenna.
Oh, wow. So you man are both on the McKenna thing. Okay.
No. The only... that's the thing with Matisse as well. No. So you guys ban him. The only reason I would have said Kieran McKenna before just because he's worked in the academy before in it. And the academy were doing all right. So I could clearly see there might have been something in there that you might want to keep him on with potentially more experienced coaches. But after today, I'm kind of like, nah, man. You ain't that guy.
But Baines, don't you think the hardest thing is that the reality is until Ollie goes, sorry, people in the comments, we are stuck with these, man. We can talk about what we want, what we think should happen. It's not happening. It's not going to happen. They're here to stay. When you're talking about Ollie getting a contract to 2024, Mike Phelan getting one, we know already that we're just waiting for the next international break to come, and they're announcing McKenna and Carrick deals to 2024, because at the end of the day,
I'll be honest here, I've kind of said it. I'm not mass. Like, people complain about the new contracts here, but they were done time ago.
They're done.
There's no reason you give Ollie a new contract and not to his entire staff.
Exactly.
You're clearly happy with that.
If you're a business, you can't have them on different years.
Like, they were probably negotiating it before it's probably done, and they're just waiting for the right time or something. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we beat Leicester, a bit more positive energies around the club, and then we announce the contract.
Yeah, 100%. Distractions. Everyone in the comments thinks I'm sort of leaning towards Ollie out now. They say I say everything, but I don't say Ollie out. No, it's because I just say what it is. I say it how it is. That's why I'm glad you lot enjoyed the show. Actually.
Yeah, this is another thing as well. The compensation fees for assistants, coaches are not that high, which is why I'm not really worried about the contracts being given out and people saying is a sign they're doing well. I don't think it's a sign. I just think they're already done.
Yeah, I do. I genuinely do. But it's got to be a collective now. Players have got to put in the work. The coaches have got to put in the work. At the end of the day, they can act like, oh, we just want to, we're happy where we are. The board can come out and back you. The bottom line is it's Manchester United. And when you get to spend 75 million and 50 million on a centre-back and a right winger, you're expecting improvement. The Glazers, at the end of the day, run Manchester United Football Club. We've seen them make decisions.
Say if Ollie had better coaches, how do you think it'll work? Like, how do you think it'll go, for example?
I'm all for it. I'm going to put it out there now. As much as I say I'm Ollie in, get Ollie, proper coaches next to him. And
so you're Ollieing without the coaches, so of course you're going to be Ollieing with the coaches.
Yeah, but I'm right. No, but I expect improvement. I really do. I think you've got the Ollie with the man management, and I feel like, he needs someone to sort of guide him in particular times. Maybe it's in the 70th minute or 60th minute, tough moments. We need patterns of play. But I think complementing a good coach with Ollie for his like I said, his more man management skills, I think you've got a perfect remedy there. I don't know who I'd get in as a first team coach. I'm not the most, clued up with who's available right now on first team coaches. But I feel like with Ollie having a proper staff member next to him, I do think we'll be better. Look at Man City. I think when Man City got Pep, or was it before that? I think Brian Kidd used to be at Manchester United as a player.
Brian Kidd is someone I would have had probably instead of Mike Phelan.
There you go. Brian Kidd went to Man City. One of the most important people behind the scenes, but you don't hear about it too much.
He was part of basically the upbringing of the class of '92 with Eric Harrison, and then obviously he went over to Man City after obviously leaving United after about a decade. And then
he was there for time.
If you look at how City's been built up, it's not
okay. I hear that, about
what United were built up in the early '90s.
I hear that about Ollie and the better coaches, but don't you still think Ollie still has the final say? For example, in the subs that he makes and stuff. He's in-game management.
I'll be honest with you, James.
Which is still not the greatest.
No, I think if there's an elite coach in there, I think he listens to his staff. I don't think Ollie makes the decisions himself. I genuinely don't think he's that type of manager. Well, he's there because he's the manager. But you said to me, does he make the decisions on the subs himself? I don't. I think he does listen to his coaches.
Yeah, then what is he here for then?
But what do you mean? That's what you do. That's why you have coaches there.
No, but if he doesn't make any decisions, then what's he here for? Press conferences, and that's it.
No, he does make some of the decisions. Of course he does, but he takes in the input from his coaches. Otherwise, why would you have them? Us man do streams. We listen to them, but it's on your channel. So if you were to end the stream right now and press leave studio, you could. But we're here together as a team. You get me? So it
I know, but
down to Ollie making them decisions.
He still has the final say, kind of.
Yeah, but I'm not disagreeing with you. But that's why you do have coaches, because you have input. Having 3 voices is better than having 1. And at the end of the day, you've seen times where Pep Guardiola has come out and said, don't praise me for winning this game. My XYZ or coach or Arteta was the one for this change. Or before a game and then actually after a game, if they beat Arsenal or beat whoever.
That's actually true.
Said,
do you remember when
he said Arteta, it was the guy that made this tactical tweak in coaching. So he praises their staff.
That's even true, because when Jose was at Chelsea, when I can't remember I think they beat City away, and I think it was his Scottish assistant. I can't remember his name. I think he's now with Clark at Scotland.
Steve Clark.
No. It's not Steve Clark. It's not Steve Clark. It was some other Scottish guy. And obviously, I remember he was chatting to Sky Sports News, and he was just saying he just went mad Yeah, he just went mad at the players and just gave the team talk. And Jose's like, I didn't have to say anything.
Mm.
So yeah,
Honestly,
I'm guessing
it
it is a
happens.
team
But
thing,
the
innit?
thing is about this, Biz, is that you only hear about it when a team's winning. You only hear about them good decisions when the team's winning. If Ollie makes a decision and it goes bad, it goes bad. It's on Ollie. If Carrick's made that decision and it still goes bad, it's on Ollie. But if we win and Ollie comes out and says, you know what, Carrick made this little tactical tweak in training, it's good because you're winning games and you look like you're in a better position. But Pep could do that. Pep come out and praise a lot of
Yeah,
this
but the
stuff.
problem is we don't win a lot right now, innit? 2 wins
We
from the
don't.
last 6 games.
We don't. Yeah,
So
bro,
when do you expect him
and
to
how
come out
many
and
of them
say
did
it?
we deserve? And how many all of our
0.
wins we didn't deserve really, apart from the West Ham game away. We deserved that. We played better than them.
Yeah, that one, yeah.
But other than that, Wolves, we should have lost. Villarreal, I'm sorry, but your boy Dallo should have had us 3-0 down at half time. They'll make it Krispy Kremes out of him. So
I big up United Sweden with another super chat. Ollie doesn't want to sign a good coach because he would be outshined. Contracts don't matter. Remember, Joe was 100%.
Outshine.
That's why I'm not really concerned about the contracts.
Yeah, 100%. I'm not concerned, but
I think you know what he means by outshine. Do you not think Ollie's stubborn?
Bro, that's dumb.
Do you think so? Do you think Ollie's stubborn?
But we don't really. I don't think he is behind the scenes. I think what we see in press conferences like this is don't read it too much.
No, but we can kind of see he's stubborn in terms of
the Fred McTominay.
Yeah, for example, yeah.
Do you know what the maddest thing with this Fred McTominay thing is, though?
Yeah, wait. I can't lie. This comment here is also true. Pep will tell us it's the toughest game of the season after we beat Burnley 5-0. That's something that you can say about Pep.
I love
that is the biggest liar in the world. Yeah, he will praise Arteta and then
love
just
has been watching
Superbad.
He's been watching too much Superbad, man. There was Sideman Eye. Who's this? I don't.
Ollie
so
won't hire competent
you genuinely think that Ollie wouldn't bring in someone because he doesn't want to have someone who's better than him or someone? Come on, man.
Then he might have already kind of thing. In terms of his straight, like, assistant straight away kind of next to him. Because even, for example, Steve Bruce did that with Graham Jones, I think it was his name.
Yeah, I've got a name.
The one that went with England as well.
Graham Jones is still there now. I don't know. I think Ollie's obviously stubborn with the McFred thing. I think there is a better combination out there. The Matic, Van der Beek, that's what I would prefer. But I think there's always going to be a problem for us in the midfield anyway. So he's always going to be stubborn no matter what, because I don't think whatever midfield you play Pogba and Bruno in together, you need that one person that's going to play in behind them or next to him.
It was also stubborn with the Victor Lindelof thing last year as well.
We don't have that. Yeah, the Victor Lindelof thing. Yeah, I can't.
There's a lot of evidence to suggest that Ollie's stubborn in his ways.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I'll probably agree with you. Actually, looking at it now, I'll agree with you. But I don't think Ollie is bothered about someone coming in and being more dominant or powerful than him, or taking the shine. Like if he wants Manchester United to succeed, he's gonna have to hurry up and make a couple changes, because I don't think this is sustainable. We are literally Spurs, but a better version right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't say scared, but I think he's stubborn. He kind of still thinks that United are heading in the right way, and with him, we're going to win the league kind of thing.
The more and more the weeks go on, I'm worried. Go on, Biz.
He's never going to get rid of the coaches, McKenna and that.
No, it's not about getting rid of it. Maybe potentially adding someone.
Too late, man. You can't go into November changing your coaches now.
No, but not changing it. I'm just saying maybe bring in, for example, a European coach alongside Kieran McKenna and Michael Carrick.
If that's to happen, we'll probably see that happen near to the end of the season, where you'll get eased in and then obviously take over in the summer. It's not happening now.
Yeah, but even then, a coach can still make a massive impact in that short period of time. Just look at, for example, Tuchel.
Yeah, but that's a whole management change, isn't it?
Yeah, but
like
his coaching staff still
change.
No, but fine.
I've never known a team to change.
Then Graham Jones, the Newcastle guy. Because he still made a massive difference when Newcastle stayed up last year, for example.
When did he come in?
I think he came in last year, because I remember, I think it was Kendall praising him.
So what, did he come in beginning of the season or halfway through?
I think he came midway through. Because that's why
I'm trying to think of times when
through,
Alex Ferguson brought in a coach, and it was always near to the end of the season. The only person I really remember was kind of like Walter Smith coming in like near to the end of around 2001. But we'd slapped the league by about, I think we won the league in March that season. and he came in. I think him and Andy Gorham for about 3 months, and then I think that's when Carreras came in not too long after, for the beginning of 2002-03 season.
Big up United told of another super chat. All you want to hire a competent coach because they would side, man. Who's this? Sir Alex Ferguson brought in elite coaches, but he had pedigree, command, and respect.
Mm.
And Ferguson didn't actually always stay with one. Okay, we get it. He was there for 20 years, but if you think
he
about
adapted
how he revolutionized
kind of thing.
Yeah, he always refreshed it. Ferguson always refreshed it, and whether
I can't
actually, the only time we changed coach mid-season, Brian Kidd left in 99 season, and Steve McLaren came in. I think like November. Because he went to go manage Blackburn. He went to go manage Blackburn, try and keep them up.
I'll take Rennie Miller's team back, man.
You know what I was going to say? You know when he said at the end of that comment, Sir Alex Ferguson, commanded respect. You know who else commands respect? Zidane. I'm telling you, his aura around the club will be insane. Like, come on, man. Like, let's be honest here. You know when you just see Zidane, you're kind of like, yo.
Yeah, I get it.
I'm not saying like Zidane's as good as Sir Alex here, but in terms of that X factor.
Yeah.
Like you walk into the room, Zidane speaking, you're silent. You walk into the room, you're talking to a friend.
I'll be lying if I said no. But I also think with Zidane, that respect can be lost quickly. I do. As much as he's a great player, as much as I'll bounce off him straight away and I'm like, oh my God, I'm coached by Zidane. If he comes in and your results are very bleak early on, I'm not saying it would be, but if they were, I feel like, you know, when it gets tough, is he that guy? Is he that guy to pull us out? I don't know. Like I already said
you need
already.
To remember this same batch of players have played under 2 managers who demand respect with immediate effect.
Yes, exactly.
LVG and Jose.
No, but a lot of these. But our squad right now I was looking at LVG the other day. Funnily enough, I was having a conversation with one of my friends. LVG squad was absolutely crap, you know.
Yeah, it was shocking.
I looked at the FA Cup final team that
McNair playing centre back.
I looked at the FA Cup final team that LVG played. I think he had Fellaini
in
10,
but that's because he screwed it up from the season before. He got rid of like the Nani, Van Persie, Kagawa, Welbeck.
Yeah, but even then,
should have stayed, bruv.
Yeah, you could argue about his recruitment and stuff. That's fine, isn't it? But at the same time, I think he also said that he never really got his main targets kind of thing. I think he came out in an interview saying he always wanted like one of like his top targets, and he's 6th or 7th.
Yeah. I admit that.
I'd
say that was
if
more.
LVG was our manager right now, we would kind of be a lot more confident.
Oh,
come on.
Oh,
let's not try it.
Do you know what? Yeah, let's be honest. Zidane, Bains, I'm going to ask you straight up.
Wait, let me read the super chat first here. Okay, explain to me what you see in Oli tactics, coaching, decision making. What have you guys seen that's improved and evidence that he'll win the Premier League? Go on. Actually, talk about Zidane first.
But this is my question. Like, Zidane tactically, as much, right? I know you're going to say he's won 3 Champions Leagues. Like, it's such a quick comeback. I get it. But I don't know if that was his coaching staff with him. But I still think Real Madrid didn't play that great football when they won them Champions Leagues. They had some individual brilliances in there that got them through some games. I don't think that Zidane is the right fit for us. For me, I think the players are there already. We just need a coach that can come in and get us playing some good football. We've got some high IQ ballers. Luis Enrique, I really liked at Spain already. I said it with Hadj yesterday. At the end of the day, you look at Spain, people saying they were done. You got the top on now. You know, the people saying they're done 2 years ago, a year ago. Look how we've got this team. This isn't Spain of Xavi, Fabregas, David Silva.
Okay, can I respond?
People were saying they were done before the Euros.
Bro, and look at the football.
Wait, can I respond to the Zidane point? About the tactical point of view, yeah. Remember that season where I think Anas will tell me, I think he got 40 or 50 injuries in one season.
Who's Zidane?
Yeah, and he still won the league, I think it was. So you still have to be like, you can't tell me he's not tactically good when you get so many injuries and he's still flexible enough to adapt.
Yeah, I'll give him credit.
66
man went to
injuries.
Juventus.
66.
That's mental. Man went to Juventus away and slapped them 3-0.
Yeah, that's mad. That is mad. That is mad. You've got to give something. Yeah, you got to give him credit there. Zidane is tactically flexible. Just because he doesn't have a defensive style of play, don't mean he ain't a top coach.
And even, for example, last season, they lost the title on the last day, I think it was. They still got into the semi-finals of the Champions League. And let's be honest, we look at the squad now. It's not phenomenal. The only thing you could potentially question about Zidane is his recruitment. But at the same time, we don't know who's recruiting players for Real Madrid because we know Florentino Perez, for example, has a massive say.
Yeah.
But other than that, Zidane's done his thing. Let's not forget, when Zidane came back the second time, they were struggling before he came.
So if I gave you Zidane or Enrique right now, who are you taking, Bains?
I'm taking Zidane personally.
What about you, Biz?
I'll probably say Zidane, you know.
Fair. Okay. Because I think Enrique can make some. I think if Enrique comes in, I know he doesn't get the aura maybe that Zidane does, but I think the football he can play, I've seen him playing. I don't see Zidane giving us that football that Luis Enrique has, and I think good football, even if results aren't always great, I think the football. If you can see the vision and the imprint there, and the things we've suffered with over the years, I'll take that.
The thing is, though,
I think Zidane is massively underrated in this footballing world. I think everyone, when anything that happens with Zidane, everyone says it's individual brilliance straight away. It's not. First of all, I've always said it, motivation to win 3 Champions Leagues back-to-back has to be, your man management skills for that has to be insane. Because let's be honest,
who did he take over? Jose? Did you take over Jose, Zidane?
No, I don't think it was Jose.
Who is it then? Was it Ancelotti? What? No, couldn't have been Ancelotti.
Who took over who? What?
Who did Zidane take over at Real?
What, the second time?
First time.
Ooh.
Has to be Jose, innit?
Yeah, it might have been Jose, yeah. Because after Zidane, it was Lopetegui or whatever his name is, after the Zidane first stint, and it didn't work.
And they also had that Solari guy for a time as well, innit?
People are saying Rafa Benitez.
Yeah. Was it Rafa Benitez he overtook? Wow.
Oh, do you know what?
But even then, he still probably took over from a respectable manager.
Yeah.
Even like Lopetegui, he's doing very, very well right now and stuff. This comment right here, big up Michael. Zidane tactically can play 4-4-2 diamond or 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1 at Madrid. He can be pragmatic at times or can dominate teams.
Yeah, Ancelotti, Rafa Benitez, and Zidane. Yeah. Rafa Benitez. Okay. Can play a 4-4-2 diamond. Yeah, because we've seen that Isco was used quite a lot. Big up Michael for that super chat on Statman's channel as well. That 4-4-2 diamond. Yeah, we saw that Isco was the type of player that he actually would throw back in because he suited the system. Vasquez, they suited the system. I just don't know. Perfect comment there for Michael. He says they're pragmatic. It's the same with Deschamps. I said it yesterday that with Deschamps, they're kind of like a better version of Man United because I still think France are pragmatic as well.
Listen, Deschamps, I think he's crap.
Yeah, I think they're so pragmatic as well. And I'm not going to say Zidane is Deschamps, but there's a reason Zidane is the man.
But don't you think Zidane has that pragmatic side to him, which, let's be honest, a lot of managers need? He played for Juve. He has that kind of Italian pie in him kind of thing, innit? If that makes sense. Yeah, I hear it.
And
sometimes you do need that pragmatic. I can't say the word. Like the defensive side. Yeah, the defensive side of your management kind of thing, especially in the Champions League. Those away games.
But would that work in the league?
To be fair, bro, he's worked under some of the best managers, man. With Del Bosque, Lippi.
You say, can that work in the league? Has he not won 2 league titles?
In Spain, I just don't know that it's different.
Well, no. Fine, you might want to rule his first. No,
but he did win it under a dominating Barca.
Ty, you might want to. No. Listen, you might want to rule out the first league title.
Okay.
But the second one you can't really rule out. The second one you have to give credit.
Is that last season, isn't it?
No, the season before that.
Season before.
Okay, yeah.
I've got to give him credit. Yeah, I've got to give him credit. I don't know. Like with Zidane winning the leagues there and then coming here. Pep struggled in his first year. Where did Pep finish? Did Pep finish 3rd or 4th in his first season?
4th.
Yeah,
goal difference. Goal difference ahead of us.
Yeah, goal difference ahead of us. Yeah, so Pep finished 4th in his first season. For me, Pep is a better coach than Zidane, and Pep had them playing some decent football. You could see the imprint of what he was trying to do. Second season, first season, we saw the results. But I just don't know if Zidane will come in and take to the Premier League so well and have a natural.
I got a question. From the outside, it seems like you're a lot harsher on Zidane than you are on Oli. How would you respond to that?
Is that from you?
Maybe.
Oh,
I'm just asking a question.
Do you know what? It's the approach. It's just the approach. I think Zidane's style and seeing us have Van Gaal, seeing us have Mourinho, seeing us
What
have
about Ollie's
even
style?
Ollie now, even having Ollie now. I think we've had 3 of the same style managers where they want to try and counter attack. Van Gaal was more possession based, but you see Mourinho and Ollie trying to. I want a fresh approach. It's just me personally. I want a new approach. I want a Luis Enrique. I want an Eric Ten Hag. And again, when people say about Ten Hag and the experience, I don't care. The demands in Holland are just as bad as it is here, but we just live here. Ajax are expected to win trophies every single year. Ten Hag does that. So Ten Hag or Enrique are top 2 on my list, personally.
How would you respond to this question right here?
But Ollie's in charge. What can I do?
Ollie's stuttering. Yeah.
No. The bottom line is for me. It's not I'm not defending. Ollie's in charge. He's the manager of the club right now, and I'm not giving up on him right now. 7 games into the season.
But you're kind of downplaying what Zidane done with that squad.
It's not downplaying. It's
and
style.
I think a lot of people do that, which I don't agree with.
Yeah, I hear it. I hear it fully. I
It's
just
really
think
tight, but this club is starving of some success. Yeah, I don't really care about the style of play, to tell you the truth. To be honest, I couldn't care less about the style of play. I just want to win trophies, man.
Nah, I can't lie. I think style of play is still important, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, it is to an
you
extent.
can still
bro,
win
but
trophies
we want
and
to
play
win
very, very well.
trophies, bro. We want to
Yeah, but
win
you can do both,
trophies,
though.
man.
You can play well and win trophies.
I want
which I
Zidane to
think-
come for you
Which I
lot now.
believe
You know?
I would probably prefer Zidane over Enrique. I'm not sure if Enrique would get us over the line, man.
I want Zidane to come for you lot because I'd want him to be really successful. But if it did go wrong, I would be like, I warned the approach.
I
Yeah,
think
but-
it's more likely to go wrong with Enrique, though, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
But is that okay? Is that because of Enrique's coaching or the players we have to play Enrique's football?
Nah, he's just a bottle job, man.
No, I wouldn't necessarily.
So he
say
won the
that.
Champions League with Barca.
He's
Yeah, I
a
think he
bottle
did.
job, man.
Yeah, when
man,
Suarez
that
What
was
did
a
is
it.
this
minute.
spider thing flying around?
Spider Statman.
No lie, there's something flying around and it's annoying me right now.
Oh, I love it.
No, I'm joking.
He
I don't
won
know
the
about
treble.
Enrique,
Enrique
man.
won the treble.
Yeah, but it's with a Barca team. Anyone could just walk in and just
Nah.
go on, boys. Do your thing.
I disagree with that.
I don't know, man. Be honest, bruv.
No, because then you still have
MSN.
to respect Luis Enrique for what he's done at Spain now. Because let's be honest, the Spain team shocking.
Exactly.
Even let's be honest here, you see in the semi-finals when they played
Against
semi-finals
Italy.
against Italy, they probably deserved to win. Pedri did an absolute job on Jorginho that game.
Yeah.
Those
Brilliant
are the little
job.
tactical tweaks that Luis Enrique made.
Bro, even Gavi to start a 17-year-old, that's also another tweak. When you look at that, he must have known Gavi from the Barcelona Academy, right? Because I've never heard of Gavi until this season. But to start him in a Nation League semi-final and a final, playing for 70 minutes and so forth, that shows he also believes in the youth. And if you're a good player, it doesn't matter what age you are, Enrique also believes in you if you're a good player. And he's probably been part of that system there where Gavi was probably maybe 13 at the time, has now come through as a 17-year-old and he knows him, he's nurtured him, and he remembers giving him of his upbringing, and he's there. I don't know, man. I mean, you can feel it in my energy. Like, I want Ollie to do well. I wanted Mourinho to do well. I wanted Van Gaal to do well, but I feel like they're all going to probably have the same ending. And I just need a change of approach.
He couldn't win the treble with MSN.
He's probably spot on. Well, you're laughing. He's spot on. Leander, don't worry, I got you.
Do you think Enrique would, if you had a list of the top 5 managers, forget Klopp and Pep, right? Good question. Yeah, forget Pep and Klopp, sorry.
Pop and clip.
Forget Pep and Klopp. Who are your top 5 managers in the world away from them two?
Damn.
That's tough, you know.
It is, isn't it?
You know what, Zidane?
Okay.
You still have to say Conte.
Conte.
Ooh,
I might have to put Mancini in
Tuchel.
there.
Would you say Simeone?
Fuck, bro, this
Fuck
question
off. Yeah, I
is mad
forgot
tough,
about
you know.
Simeone. Yeah, Simeone as well,
I
yeah.
forgot about Simeone and that as well.
Yeah, you got to put Diego in there, man.
Oh, Hansi Flick, we forgot about as well.
Flick as well.
There's actually a lot of top coaches.
This is why I think like because everyone talks about obviously the top two in England.
No, you lot might laugh, but Yokon Low.
No.
Nah.
No.
So yeah, and Pochettino, no one's even said his name straight away. No.
Gasperini is a shout as well for what he's done at Atalanta. Poch.
Not Nagelsmann. Don't say it, no one.
No, I'm not. Like someone said it, but I don't agree. I don't think it's top 5. Just yet.
Do you know what? That is a very tough question. I might have to think about that. You know, that's good. I can't answer, but people in the comments, I love your answers, by the way. But yeah, sorry, it just came to my head because I actually thought we talk about all these managers and we're talking about Zidane, Enrique, but would we have him in the top 5? That's my question.
I think Zidane definitely. Luis Enrique probably just have to think about it. But even then, they're all on the brink of it kind of thing.
They're all on that same level.
Ollie's not on that brink. He's on the brink of Steve Bruce. Yeah? You're laughing, but it's true. It's true.
Disrespect my manager like that, man.
Joelinton, Steve Bruce. Next minute, he's going to say Maguire's Kieran Clark. I love you, Bains. Is he froze?
He's frozen, isn't it? Yeah, of course.
Why? Ollie heard him and Ollie said, I'm locking off the stream. Bruv. Ali said, I'm locking off the stream.
Intercepted the stream, you know. I said, nah, fam.
Do you know what? Let me while Ollie comes back. Let's get this super chat in for big up Michael while it's froze. It says, if Ten Hag came, he's getting rid of half the team in that Manchester United team as his team requires possession of football. With Zidane, oh, there you go. I'll let you read the super chat. I didn't want to dark it. That was funny.
I don't know how that got kicked out.
Ollie heard. Ollie was like, listen,
man said Steve Bruce. Man said Steve Bruce, and it just froze.
No, but let's be honest.
But that's them Saudi brothers. Oi, listen, we better not talk about Bruce, bro. Forget about it.
No, but it's actually true. Ollie is a lot more closer to Steve Bruce than he is to Zidane. You can't disagree with that. There you go.
I don't want to answer it. I don't want to.
Because you know that's true though.
Why are you putting me in this position, Bains?
But am I lying?
You're probably not. But then again, he's won actually no. Steve Bruce has won leagues in the Championship. I'm gonna say Ollie's won a league with Mulder, but it's more facts than not. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it's more facts than not. As much as it's mad because it's Steve fucking Bruce, but it's true.
No, I know I'm right. Big up Mike with the super chat. If Ten Hag came, he's getting rid of half his team in that Manchester United team as his team required possession football. With Zidane, he will want an attacking fullback, a DM, and a ball playing centre back alongside Rafa Varane.
Ten Hag's getting rid of.
Ten Hag's not
getting rid of.
Michael. Let me just quickly. We've got forget Ronaldo there to score goals. We've got Martial and Sancho. We've got Van der Beek and Matic and Pogba. That's 5. You've got Luke Shaw, who is a competent left back on the ball. Wan-Bissaka, forget him. But then you've got Varane, who can play possession, plays football as well. That's 8. I could say Maguire can do that as well. So we've got 8 out of our 11. 8 out of our 11 can play possession football if he played a possession style starting 11.
I think we could, but I think it's probably like our team is probably not the most suited to that style of play kind of thing.
You'd have to make some changes. Definitely, you have to sign a few players.
I wouldn't say get rid, but I think there will be some changes. Ten Hag's probably more suited to like a Man City, for example. Perfect.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
Perfect.
Big up for someone telling me I look like Mbuemo from Brentford. I'm getting this bear lately.
Mbuemo.
You might see someone like Ethan Laird play. That's a guy.
Yeah, man.
There's another comment I wanted to get to before I got kicked out.
All the comments back up, yeah?
Yeah. You can't get bored of winning. You can win 10 games in a row, but you'll keep the same. You'll keep the same will to snatch 11th. You always need more. Zidane, serial winner.
Yeah, and that's
serial winner.
That's facts. That's what you need. Oh, actually,
what would Ollie say? Huh? If the crowd's loud enough, we might win the 11th or something, innit?
What do you man think of Pogba's thing the other day?
There you go.
I'm learning to just switch off for some things. I've got to.
Nah, because I ain't lying.
What do you man, when you talk about leader though, serial winner, what do you man think about Pogba's video going around with him in the changing room the other day? Do you think with Mr. Trick not making him captain and building it around him, or do you think he suits not being captain because he still has the aura and the effect anyway? Because I don't think he's captain, but do you think he does this, man? Basically, my question is,
of course he does.
He does that for France. Do you think he does that for Manchester United as well?
Yeah, definitely, bro. Definitely. You see him with videos fucking hanging around with Lindelof. Would you ever think Pogba would jam with Lindelof?
They're boys.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Bizarre, you're not worried about that though, because if Paul
What?
Pogba apparently is unhappy, according to the photos that we saw before the international break,
he's not
Paul
unhappy,
Pogba
bro.
kind of does hold the dressing room together.
Yeah, I admit that.
See, and Zidane says it's normal in dressing rooms. I'm not even going to try and blow my own trumpet, but even though
I kind of agree.
I was that
Sometimes you
guy.
don't need the armband to be captain.
Bro, you don't need an armband to keep. I didn't need the armband,
no.
yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. I was that guy like Pogba. I'll be rallying us. I'll be telling us to go again. I play Sunday League. I'm not on 200 grand a week, but I just wanted the will to win. I hated losing. Individual
I feel like
sport,
he's the Evra of this Man United team. You see, Evra was never the captain, but you could tell Evra was keeping man together, bro. Tevez couldn't speak a word of English, so Evra could speak. Him and Park tight, you know what I'm saying? Like he got them man together. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, then he would be cool with like the likes of the Rios, the Andersons.
Yeah.
I feel like he's like,
you need someone that gets along with everyone.
Yeah.
And Pogba's that guy. You could put him in with a bunch of Richard and Julies, and you could put him in with Cassia, and he'll be blessed.
No one ever says a bad word about Paul Pogba, from like the tea ladies to everyone. Everyone loves Paul Pogba, kind of thing, innit? So I do kind of agree with that. I do agree with this comment though. You don't need an armband to be captain.
No, 100%. 100%.
The stuff that we saw Paul Pogba doing the other day is probably normal, yeah, but those sort of stuff just don't really get released to the public.
It doesn't. I can't imagine Maguire having that aura what Pogba does. No way.
Yeah, but remember, for example, the Man City documentary when everyone was gassing the Fabian Delph thing, because Fabian Delph was very, very vocal.
Yeah.
There's probably a lot of people like that in the changing room. We just don't see it. But you wouldn't say Fabian Delph should be captain, for example. He just does it, kind of thing.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. And this is what worries me. You lose Paul Pogba in the summer, you lose more than just a player. 100 million %. I haven't watched his interview, but apparently his interview after winning the Nation League was quite, I just want to win. He doesn't care where he is.
Like, kind of cryptic kind of thing.
He wants to win at Manchester United. Don't get me wrong. But if he goes, as much as people say, you know what, like it's probably the right thing for him to move on. We've kind of like, this is the best Man United team he's been in right now.
I got a question. Because I had this debate with my friend the other day, yeah? Who has a better legacy if they retire right now? Paul Pogba or Kevin De Bruyne? Legacy in football. Because I said, in terms of, they said he hasn't done it in the Premier League, for example, in terms of league titles, but he still has 4 Serie A's, I think he is.
Yeah.
Kevin De Bruyne.
Man's won the World Cup, bro.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I think Kevin De Bruyne kind of gets put down massively.
Yeah, man.
Level.
And he's he's played in the Euros final, Champions League final.
I can't lie. You know what? I'm going with Pogba. They retire right now. That World Cup holds so much weight. So much.
And now he's won another international trophy. When he's played Kevin De Bruyne, for example, in international level, he's destroyed him every single time.
Yeah, he played better.
Not destroyed him, but like he played better than him.
And you know what?
He might be bad.
When there's a highlights reel at the end of the season, at the end of their careers, I think more people's going to click on De Bruyne than they do on Pogba.
Ooh. I don't know, man. Paul Pogba is really like flary, like that kind of thing, isn't it?
He is.
Yeah.
Probably
more the type of a YouTube player.
This I agree with, because that's what one of my friends said. He said one Premier League is better than 4 Serie A's or something. And I said, that's complete nonsense. That's just because you just watch the Premier League, for example. If you're just a Premier League viewer, you're obviously going to rate the Premier League a lot more. But at the end of the day, a league title is a league title.
And to be fair, when Pogba was winning the titles with Juventus hadn't won no league title in about 5-6 years.
And you know what? Even when he won the league, he was still one of the better players, because it was also a season that he was in the UEFA Team of the Year.
And they win. And one of the seasons he won the league, one of the seasons they won the league, they won it undefeated.
There you go. And even when the chips are down, who delivers for their international side? When the chips are down, Pogba has stepped up when the chips are down. When Belgium are needing something, De Bruyne is not there. He doesn't want it.
I don't mind like people arguing he's better. Like you could argue Kevin De Bruyne's easily better in it, but I'm just talking about legacy.
Yeah, Pogba, my vote, and I'm not even trying to come on the bias flex either. The World Cup holds a lot of weight.
World Cup holds a massive weight, man.
And it's not even like, let's be honest. If we're looking at it, come next season as well. I know you're talking about right now, Bains. Pogba could win with the World Cup with France and be back-to-back world champion by the age of 28.
Who else has done that?
I
Back to
can't
back
remember
World
a team
Cups,
winning
no
it back to
easy
back
feat
for
kind
a
of thing.
while now. That must be
I
back
don't think
Brazil, like in
anyone's.
the 80s.
And this is another thing as well,
Brazil's
yeah.
never
Like
done it.
international level, Hazard has been that guy for Belgium. You could even argue Lukaku's kind of been more of a
Yeah, Lukaku.
Yeah, Lukaku.
because
Great
what
shout.
have you
You
seen
don't shy
Lukaku's
away,
international
man.
record is an absolute joke.
Yeah, it's amazing, bro.
50-something goals in the last 50-something games. Like,
Yeah.
A good question though. I think I'm not.
That is a
It'd be
good
interesting
question,
to see
yeah.
what other people think because you'll get some people that say KDB, but I just think when it comes down to clutch moments in terms of your international career, that's what you're kind of, that's what you want to be remembered on. It's the same way people could say Messi and Ronaldo have won multiple leagues and Champions Leagues, but people were like Ronaldo because he had the Euros, and now Messi's got the Confederations. It kind of, I mean, not Confederations, the Copa America. Sorry. So
A big up McLovin for backing his boy as well, Kevin De Bruyne. But one thing I say for that, Kevin De Bruyne plays for Belgium. They had the golden generation.
Exactly.
That Belgium squad, you could argue, was stacked. Toby, Vertonghen, Courtois, Moussa Dembele, Tielemans, Kevin De Bruyne, Lukaku, Hazard,
Witzel.
Yeah, what more can you want? You can't always have the
Thomas
perfect 11.
Meunier, Carrasco.
Yeah, for real, man. Martins.
Yeah, there's probably bare, like even like Fellaini, for example.
Yeah,
it's still effective.
It's mad. And even look at France. They won the World Cup, and I was thinking it the other day. You know how random it is. But look who's had a nice career. He's going to think of the sunset, and he's going to be, I won a World Cup. Steven Nzonzi come off the bench in the final for half an hour. So it's not always about having a perfect 11.
I don't think Kante was playing brilliantly, and Paul Pogba was kept on.
So
Pogba has a European. KDB has no European titles.
Yeah, that's even
another thing. Yeah, that's true,
And he was also player of that tournament, that Europe League, innit?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
But I kind of said it, yeah. When we were having that debate, forget the Europa League, innit? Because they didn't want to show much importance to it. So I was like, forget the Europa League. Paul Pogba still has a better legacy than Kevin De Bruyne. This comment, I agree. I disagree. Paul Pogba is a false image, plays bad for United and good for France. No consistency. He's been one of our most consistent players over the last year.
Yeah,
you can't debate that.
What do people want from Pogba sometimes, man?
They want him to do everything because he's that good, kind of thing, innit? Paul Pogba can do a bit of everything, which is why people's standards for Paul Pogba are so high. And any little mistake he does, he slays it straight away.
Yeah, it's horrible, man. I feel sorry for him, man.
And we've never played him probably in his correct position, you could argue, for like a consistent period of time. And people still expect him to perform. KDB is just a system player. Pogba is a generational baller. They hate Pogba because he's so good and he's himself. You know one thing I say? I think Kevin De Bruyne's situation at Man City, fam, this thing's back. Kevin De Bruyne's situation at Man City is probably similar to Paul Pogba's situation at United in terms of he probably hasn't had the right manager and the system to get the best out of Kevin De Bruyne. Same way Paul Pogba hasn't had the best to get the best out of him at United, kind of thing.
But the thing is, though, when Pogba's first times at United, compared to De Bruyne working for probably shit managers at Belgium, he's always had a great squad around him. Where Pogba was working with scraps at United.
Yeah. Listen, I remember there was that game. Remember when we played PSG, for example? Yeah, I meant Belgium. You guys know what I meant. Remember that time that we played PSG and I think Marquinhos marked him out the game?
Was that the first leg? The 2-0 defeat?
Yeah. As soon as that happened, United were done because Paul Pogba was that guy, kind of thing.
You get sent off. He got sent off that game, innit?
Defensive mid. That's when Verratti was absolutely sensational, wasn't it?
Pogba got sent off that game, innit?
Yeah, because he missed the second leg.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's when he was thriving in form around that time, innit?
Wow, I remember that. Yeah, because
they done a job on him. They done a job on him because they knew that if you close down around that Man United team, then if you close Pogba off, Man United ain't got no other.
But that's why I do really think they signed Bruno, because if you look how Man City was so successful for many a generation, right? They had David Silva and De Bruyne. I didn't even have to spell it out for you. When you shut down De Bruyne, you've got David Silva filling the pockets. When you shut down David Silva, you had Kevin De Bruyne. And with Manchester United back then, it was Pogba or nothing. Because look who we had around him. We had Herrera, who's a box-to-box workman-like midfielder. You had Matic, who was a bit done then. I'm trying to think who else we had there. Maybe even Fellaini still playing then, who's not a ball-playing midfielder at all. So it was Pogba or nothing. Now I do feel like with Van der Beek, with Bruno and Pogba, you've got players that can do something if required.
Selling Pogba would be like selling Coutinho. The squad will be balanced. United will get at the end another midfielder. There's no guarantee that United do that. How can you trust the recruitment in this side that we're going to get?
What do you think is best for the club? Do you think the best for the club is to keep Pogba? And right, I don't think I'm mad by the way. Pogba is top 3 centre-mids in the world, but for the squad, like how he's saying, it's a fair point. You look at Liverpool; they did sell Coutinho to revamp the squad. You sell Suarez and you move forward and you get Salah, Mane in. Do you think it would complement us in the long term if we take?
But you're acting like Suarez was a problem. Suarez would have excelled under any manager.
Yeah, okay. So let's say Coutinho.
Suarez is the best striker that I've seen, kind of thing.
Okay, they got rid of Coutinho and they revamped, and we saw whatever it would have been like now. Do you think we'd be better off selling Pogba in the long run? As much as you would hate it because he's top 3 centre-mids in the world, by the way, would you sell him?
No.
I wouldn't sell him. I wouldn't sell him, man, but I do kind of think maybe it's run its course now, isn't it?
I got a question. Would you rather see a midfield of Donny van der Beek, Nemanja Matic and Bruno, or Paul Pogba, Matic and Donny?
The second one.
With Bruno?
No, I want one with Pogba, Van der Beek and Matic.
Interesting. Biz, what would you say?
It's a hard one, man. That's a tough one.
Because I feel like we'll get more balance in our squad with Paul Pogba.
Yeah.
It's difficult to say, kind of thing, isn't it? Because
this is the problem. We're discussing this now. Imagine what Ollie and I are thinking. This is what I'm saying. We've got bro.
I can't lie. You know what it is? It's such a weird one because Bruno's done his thing, but in a way, he did make us a bit imbalanced.
Yeah.
Unbalanced. With the
Bruno impacts game. Pogba gives us more control in games.
Yeah.
Bruno can get the ball at the edge of the box and shoot, and it's in. It's 1-0, but he's been crap for 20 minutes. Pogba can influence the game for 20 minutes, but we might not have scored, or we might be 2-0 up. Pogba can influence games. He can control them. He can come deep. He can pass the ball well. Bruno needs to be in space to operate. Bruno needs to be there. So the ball just drops to him at the edge of the box. He lashes it in, or he finds a pass on the half turn, and we're in, and we could be scoring. But if Bruno is not firing, like, we are so bad. But Pogba, he can be consistent for 90 minutes. He can give us performances. And I feel like with Van der Beek's third man runs, Pogba's creativity, match, I think that complements each other, man. Like, I love Bruno for what he's done, but we can't slate him because his impact in 50 games is a record in the Premier League. But he is not a great footballer, man. I'm sorry.
No, see, that's what I'm saying, is it's the same way what I said about Martial. I know what Martial's good at. I know what Bruno's good at. I know Bruno's weaknesses, same way I know Martial's weaknesses. Like, you just kind of have to choose what's right for the team. I've always said it. It's not about getting the best 11 players starting. It's about finding the most balanced side. A balanced side will always beat 11 world beaters, kind of thing. Just being chucked there for the sake of it.
Do you think, if Enrique came, obviously Cavani's going into the season, Ronaldo will be gone in 2 years. Do you think he would just use Bruno as how he's using Ferran?
Bruno in terms of...
I think he would, I think he would. He'd use him as a false nine.
It wouldn't surprise me. I don't think he has the pace. Even though you don't need pace, but I feel
I don't think he has the...
Ferran has the eye. I feel like with Ferran, he actually has a bit more of an eye. He has an eye for goal. He's a good finisher.
So does Bruno.
No, but I don't think Bruno's technically unbelievable to play in those congested parts of the pitch, kind of thing. Like, you don't really see Bruno receiving a ball in between the lines. And this ain't a criticism.
I don't know.
Bruno.
I don't know about that. I think one of the main parts of our attacking in the first 2-3 games of the season was that pass from Pogba from deep in between the lines and finding Bruno. How many times did you find him in that Leeds game? Fair few times with that fall through the channel.
Like, someone said Bruno's technically gifted. I wouldn't say that.
No, he is technically good though.
I'm not saying he's shocking, but I'm not saying he's I don't think he's technically as good as someone like Paul Pogba.
Can I put a little spin on it? You don't want to say yeah to this, probably, and even in the comments.
Oh, you meant Bruno isn't technically gifted.
Do you think? I don't want it to happen yet because it's harsh. if Bruno got injured, do you think it could be a blessing in disguise if Bruno got injured that we would be able to see a Matic, Van der Beek, Pogba midfield, and then it could be like, oh my god, this really works. And I'm not trying to wish injury on any player, by the way. I'm just trying. I got to ask a question. Do you think it could be a blessing that if someone like Bruno did get injured, it gives Ollie that freedom to then actually try something he wouldn't try if Bruno was fit? Because that's how sometimes managers stumble across something.
I think he will play Jesse Lingard.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Fuck about.
It's true.
Right.
He will. I think he will. Yeah, someone said it as well. Lingard will play.
Will matter.
No, he will definitely play Lingard.
Oh, that's insane, isn't it? That is insane. I'm surprised by both your answer. Then I thought Van der Beek. So for me, it'd be you could try. That would give him the perfect opportunity to play Van der Beek because if he sees him as a number 10,
he had the perfect opportunity to play Van der Beek in the Europa League final, for example. But he decided to move Paul Pogba back.
But I think he sees Van der Beek as more of an advanced midfielder and he just knows he's not getting in front of Bruno. And I'm sorry, but if you've got Bruno injured and you're playing Lingard and Mata over Van der Beek, why the F have you signed that player in the first place then? That would be delusional. Delusional.
See, this argument I hate as well, yeah? Like, some people literally can't take any Bruno Fernandes criticism, for example. It's just knowing what the guy's good at. And then they say this silly thing straight away, Pereira was at number 10 kind of thing. Yeah, we know he was. Bruno Fernandes is an improvement. But there's still certain things that Bruno Fernandes is not unbelievable. Like, his game is not unbelievable kind of thing.
I would love Ole to just go back and try Pogba and Matic again. I know it's a bit, with Bruno. And obviously just go back to what the vibes was after COVID.
I don't know, man. We'll see in it.
It was filthy, bruv. That was probably one of our best periods of football.
I can't lie. I've said this. Yeah, I like any midfielder that has Nemanja Matic.
Yeah,
I think I've kind of said it. I think he's one of our most important players.
Up until the 60th minute, max. 70th minute onwards. That Southampton game already gave me reminded me why people need to calm down in the Nemanja Matic. And I know
let me answer this as well. Yeah,
if Bruno's injured. Game.
If Bruno was injured, we play Van der Beek at the 10. He played 25 games. Fans will be pissed. Bruno Fernandes and Donny Van der Beek are two different 10s. In this side, Donny Van der Beek can't play as a 10. I've said that before because we don't keep the ball. You don't get the best out of Donny Van der Beek playing him in the 10 in this side right now.
Yeah.
But someone like Bruno Fernandes who's a bit more aggressive on the ball will thrive. That doesn't mean Donny Van der Beek is a bad 10. It's all about what the team likes.
Yeah.
Do you not just think Donny's just not good in training?
No. Listen, I think if you're a Dutch and he's brought up in the Ajax Academy, you know how Donny Van der Beek talked about the Ajax Academy in the Rio Ferdinand interview. There's no way he's not bad. He's not good in training.
Piers, that's exactly what I said to you, innit? Exactly those words, innit?
And secondly, what do you think Scott McTominay's doing in training?
Working his arse off.
That is it. That's probably the only thing.
I genuinely believe it. I think he's working his arse off, bruv. He can't believe it.
Did you see what Nicky Butt said the other day? Nicky Butt goes, out of all the players in that youth team, I told Jose Mourinho to put McTominay in because he'll work hard, he'll show you that, and that was it. And that,
but McTominay is probably more suited to Jose, just because remember Jose, it was all about 6 foot and higher.
I get it. But it's even in terms of what he said though, the quotes of he come in tenacious, worked hard, listened. They're gonna love that. And I'm not gonna lie. McTominay is that good boy though. You know it. And some people just like a good boy that they say, right, well, if Ollie's giving an example, he'll probably say in the drill, come in, Scotty, you're good at this drill. He'll use Scotty as an example, but just because the way he is, he ain't gonna pull out Martial and say, even though Martial's a far better footballer, and say, Martial, come and do this drill or replicate that. You'll go to them sort of players that sort of give that aura, that energy. Like there's people that in our day-to-day jobs or people at uni.
And if you do, McTominay does a lot of press conference interviews.
Yeah, bro, they do.
It's also good games, but let's be honest. I'd rather see us talking on the pitch.
He might not be the best at the job, but he's the man that's always in the library.
It's just cardio and fouls. Yeah, but you can revise for 20 hours a day. Doesn't mean you're going to do good in the test. You can still mess up.
Exactly. And that's
McTominay.
And that's McTominay. There we go.
Yeah, but if you do bad in the test, it don't really matter. If you're
I'm
playing
being
bad,
honest.
exactly.
I
It don't
just
matter.
don't.
And exactly,
I
and that's
just
why I
don't
don't like
think Donny's
McTominay
it
because
in
he can work
training.
hard on the training pitch. When it comes on the football pitch, when you got to deliver, he's bang average. He's bang average.
But anyway,
Donny's
that's
not
probably
right.
the end of the video, isn't it? An hour and a half.
Wow.
quick.
You know. I love it. International break, and we still make content.
Yeah, I don't know how we done this. Because remember yesterday, I sent you a message saying, what are we going to talk about? I've only got the Rafa Varane topic in my head, didn't it?
Don't
And
worry.
then United just delivered again.
Told you.
Today with the Kieran McKenna news.
When people vibes together and it's a good show and good people, it just goes, man. It just flows. You find stuff to talk about.
Fluent.
Yeah, man. 100%. Yeah, Rio, and that question quickly. I'm Luis Enrique.
Zinedine Zidane.
And Mom, obviously, Zidane as well.
Zizou.
Is there anything you guys want to shout out before we
Yeah,
end this
man. So first of all, got to big up Statman every single time. Stats in the Tunnel show. Make sure you smash the like and subscribe button on the video. Obviously, for me and Biz, our content is all on Trafford Tunnel, people. Trafford Tunnel on YouTube. So just search that. We've got shows of Aaron, obviously Hadji as well. Big up the gang and the whole team as well. And for our generic content, starting up again very soon, Never a Foul. So on YouTube, Never a Foul. But yeah, for all our Manchester United content, Trafford Tunnel everywhere. And you can follow myself, Taron MC _ DJ RBiz. And yeah, man, honestly, this is just the start of something new. Me and Bains has been doing this and Biz for a while, a little short term now, but this is here to stay, man. And hopefully Ollie can keep his job and keep getting the points, and we can carry on.
You just had to end it with Ollie, didn't you?
Come on.
We could have just ended it with a nice way. Have a nice week. All of that stuff. Yeah.
Have a nice week.
Yeah, we're gonna have a nice week when we beat Leicester at the weekend and go top of the league. Hit the notification bell, people.
I am gonna plug, notification bell, and Statman is gonna be on our show tomorrow about 5:30, 6 as well. So make sure you lock into that Trafford. So we're actually gonna be rating. We're going to be rating Manchester United's goals. So we've got some iconic goals, and we're going to be rating them, obviously, iconic, legendary, good goal, great goal. So I think that'd be good. Switch it up for international break, man. Rate some goals. Something we don't
a bit more relaxed. Those relaxed videos kind of thing, innit? Instead of me and Biz and Ty going up, that kind of thing. Anyway, big up everyone for watching. I'll be back tomorrow. Actually, make sure you guys like the video first, because I forgot to ask for likes. I'll be back tomorrow on Twitch with Lies at 7-ish or 7:30-ish.
Yeah, big up.
So make sure you guys follow the Twitch